Capricorn Ascendant, Capricorn Rising, Capricorn Ascendant, Capricorn Risings. Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn in your sign and has been there for a long time. But there's some changes occurring. We had a change occur right at the butt end of September. Going into the beginning of October, we have a full moon, and I have a video out for the full moon. I'm going to attach it below. Recommend that you watch it. Information about the future in that video tells you the macro, the big picture of some of the things that we're going to talk about here today. This video is for you, your Capricorn energy, and the changes that happen in the sign of Capricorn. What will this look like? What can you expect going forward? The Capricorn energy's boss energy. I'm the one in charge. I'm at the top. I say yes. I say no. Capricorn is the one that makes the rules. Saturn rules the sign of Capricorn. And Saturn is Simon. Saturn is the one in charge. Saturn is the general. Capricorn energy is that goat energy. Goat energy because it just keeps on climbing. You can't hold it down. You can't slow it down because it's already slow. The beauty of Capricorn energy, persistent, perseverance. It will pursue its goal. It doesn't know the meaning of the word quit. Stopping is not within its mind. It understands that there are certain regulations, certain rules, certain things that it must do to advance. It knows even though a roadblock may come up, or even though a new restriction comes through, there's a slowdown. It's used to that. It understands. It sees beyond and sees that goal and says, I know if I take it slow, that steady wins the race. Capricorn is that goat that just persistently keeps climbing. Doesn't matter how high or how far it needs to go. It will just keep working at it diligently, persistently. It just keeps going. Capricorn energy is the structures of your life, the structures of your body, the structures in the home, the structures at work, the way you structure things, your ability to structure things, your ability to set up the steps that get you to the top. Capricorn is the ladder. You're climbing the ladder. You see what's at the top. You see the rung, each rung. The Capricorn person knows that you can't be at the bottom rung and you just can't elevate to the top. You literally have to touch each one to get there. And it's willing to do the work. It realizes there are steps and it takes time. It also knows that if it takes the shortcuts, because Capricorn energy is cautious energy. Cautious because it realizes if the rules are not followed, you'll likely get in trouble. There will be repercussions, consequences, responsible. It realizes this is my duty. Another great Capricorn word, duty. It's what I must do, but in a professional way. It's what I must do. I know what I must do. I feel what I must do. How do I get paid to do what I know I must do? That is the big thing. Like, I feel this, I know this, but how do I get paid for it? That's the question. But end of September, Saturn stands still. Now, Saturn is your ruler, but it's standing still. So if you are a Capricorn rising, that means that Saturn is standing still in your first house. So this has to do with your body, your physical structure, who you are. It has to do with your appearance. Saturn is standing still. Saturn is the rule maker. Five things. So the first one is Saturn standing still. If you are not sure if you are a Capricorn rising, do yourself a favor and comment your birth digits below. If you're not comfortable doing that, go to the website down below. It's right down below here. It's astrog.com. Very simple. astrog.com. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen somewhere, but it's also right below the video in the details. You can go there. You can leave your birth digits there if you feel more comfortable. The point about the birth digits, that will find your rising sign for you. Your birthday is not your rising sign. Your birthday is not your rising sign. The birthday is not the rising sign. That's your sun sign. Your birthday is your sun sign. There's tons of good stuff here. Don't get caught in the idea that this is not valid. You can't say that unless you have the right rising sign. I don't charge you anything. I am passionate about you knowing your rising sign. When Saturn stands still, you're going to feel this. This is in your first house. This is your appearance. This is your body. This can also be work and your profession, your career. If Saturn stands still, it gets very strong. It's all about the body, by the way. Your physical body, the physical structures of your body, teeth, bones, your skull, your knees. We have sutures in our head. You know, it's the spinal column, the spine. But it's the structures of your professional life. Because Capricorn energy is the structures of my life, but it's the structures of my tangible world. Tangible structures. Anything you can see. It's tangible. It's physical. It's material. Tangible securities. Having it in your first house, your physical body, without that eliminates your tangible security. You need your body. You need your body to be able to work. And we need work to be able to produce an income. Saturn stands still. Saturn becomes stronger, that means more stronger. And Saturn is the rules. So it could be at this time there were things in your life that you were doing. It could have to do with your health and the structure, could have to do with your spine, that you were able to get away with and that didn't bother you. But now if Saturn stands still, Saturn is all about rules, regulations. Saturn wants to take things and put them in categories. Okay, Saturn's all about you belong here, this belongs up here. It is about organizing, but it's to set up a structure. It's to set up a path and a way to achieve and to get there. That's the difference between Saturn's organizing and Virgo. Virgo, also an earth sign, just like Capricorn/Saturn, is an earth sign, but Virgo's more of my daily routines, a lot of domestic areas, right? About the house and my daily routines, but it can also be work. But it's work as in, this is what I'm doing at the job. Whereas the Capricorn Saturn is about my goals, my ambitions, the steps I'm taking to get to those goals. What are you doing to reach your ambition? That is Capricorn energy. That's the difference between Virgo organizing and Capricorn organizing. They both have a lot to do with organizing and responsibility, but Capricorn is about my professional responsibilities. Capricorn's all about my duties. It's what I must do. So depending upon who you are, having this in your first house placement, it's your duties to yourself. Duties to self, to your body, how you function, taking care of your body, your appearance, taking care of who you are, making sure that you look professional, sound professional, act professional, making sure that you are professional. Capricorn, there might be new rules, new restrictions that you feel suddenly coming in. And it may have a lot to do with things that have, you know, when we look at the chart and we understand the angles, the squares that are set up, we're going to see if you have something in Cancer, which is rules at home, something with yourself, because that's Capricorn, that's your money, that's your business, that's who you are professionally, that's you responsibly. But then opposite, at the angles that go across from that, that's my relationships. That's me and my relationships. This is the sign of Aries. This is the sign of Libra. And that exactly squares you. That exactly squares your ascendant. So that means your home and your profession, right? It becomes very tight and very difficult at this time because Saturn's standing still over here. Saturn is standing right here and it's saying, okay, we have to have these new rules or we're changing something, but there's a restriction, a new restriction of some sort, right? Saturn also is cold, so it could definitely be a physical sensation. You could be feeling something, but Saturn sends up these squaring 90-degree angles over to your career and your ambition and in home. It's a T-square, it's called. Now, this may be something you don't notice depending upon your private chart. But if you notice something big that's happened, right? New rules implemented, you know, friction at home, friction at work, and then you personally having to do with how you appear in the world professionally. It's all about your ascendant. It's all about at home here, right? This is where I live. This is my emotions and my feelings. And for Capricorns, you've got Aryan energy at home, okay? You have Aryan energy and Mars is there. So it's Mars squaring your ascendant, Mars squaring your body, which in essence, Mars is the body, right? It's at home. You like to be very busy at home. Always starting projects at home because that's Aries energy. Mars is being there. Aries in the 4th house, people are always moving stuff around at home. And then up there in the ambitions, it's relationships, professional relationships, being the diplomat. That's the 10th house placement. So your highest hopes, goals, and ambitions, relationships are very, very important to you. It's all about what I love, what I think is fair. What I think is fair will be a very big deal to Capricorn Ascendant, Capricorn risings. Number 4, that was number 5. Number 4, Jupiter going direct. Also in the sign of Capricorn. This is all happening in your 1st house. So this means more changes, adding to more things. This adds to the pressure. There's a lot of similar energies that we felt back in February that we're going to experience again. All the planets went retrograde. Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter all went retrograde. And when they went retrograde, what they did was they went backwards. And when they go backwards, they get pieces of information they didn't have before. And now they've grabbed those pieces of information and they're moving forward. And they're going to move forward and they're going to have more information. And they're going to reveal that information. So it's like a rerun. It's like the planets go backward, they get stuff that they didn't have, and then they go forward. So what we're experiencing right now at these points, all of these planets are going to be moving forward. And they are more knowledgeable now than they were before. They're done going backwards. They already went backwards and studied. They already went backwards. They already got to review something over again. They got to reread the book. They got to watch the movie again. So when you watch a movie a second time, you usually pick up nuggets that you didn't catch the first time. How many times have that happened where you've watched a movie and it wasn't until the 2nd or 3rd time around that you caught something you didn't catch before? That's what the retrogrades are. Go back, the planets go backwards and they get something. They pick up a nugget of knowledge and they take it forward. So taking it forward, we know more now than we knew before. This is the energy but end of September and the beginning of October. So that takes me to number 3. Number 3 for you, the full moon happens at 9 degrees Aries. 9 degrees in Aries. So this is at home for you in your 4th house. This is at home. Full moon at 9 degrees Aries. Full moon, which means emotions at home elevate. My assertions elevate. Remember, Mars is sitting there as well. It's not at that 9-degree mark, but it is in your 4th house. And Mars is all about what I want to do with my body. I want to be busy at home. I want to be doing things at home. I want to initiate things at home. And I also feel, because you have Mars there, it's very strong now with Mars there, and it's a Mars going retrograde. And when something is retrograde, it's stronger. We feel it stronger because it affects us here mentally. Like we get very fired up very easily. So this full moon at home, you want to be careful. Be careful about emotions and about conversations, about ways that you're talking and relating. Be very careful of your actions at home. Make sure that if there's anything, especially a day or two before the full moon is the 1st of October. So it's a few days before that, it's that waxing, it's that building energy. If you're aware of it, you'll probably be okay. But if you're not aware of the potency of the fire of the Mars energy, the fire, right? The moon is water, it's emotions. And Mars and Aries is fire. Put those together, what do you have? Boiling water. Well, boiling water is hot. It can burn, it scalds, it's dangerous. Even the steam off of the boiling water can burn. So you just want to be careful that whoever you're talking to, relating to, whoever you're communicating with at that time, you understand that not only are you going to be able to go from 0 to 10 in no time at all, but so will they if they live with you. Okay, because your inner emotions are going to be affected. And so are they because they live with you. So this can also be with matters that have to do with home and family. It doesn't have to necessarily be just somebody that lives with you, but it's your family as well. So if you're having conversations with siblings, people in your family, conversations about mom, anything about mom, your ability to be mom. The full moon is all about mom energy. And in the 4th house, it re-emphasizes mom energy. But it's definitely a self and a me energy because it's in Aries and it's a wound. The moon is going to be passing right on Chiron, and Chiron is all about a deep emotional wound from childhood. Now, does it have to do with your ability to be a mother? Does it have to do with your mother? Does it have to do with something that happened in a past life? It could be. It very well could be. That's up for you to decide. Everybody has different beliefs. Some people, that's disturbing. They don't want to hear about a past life. They don't believe in that. And that's fine. Could it be from a wound you received when you were a child? Yes. It could be that as well. There's an energetic old wound that has not healed, an energetic wound that did not heal. So it's raw, it's open, it's still sensitive. The moon and the emotions, the sensitivities, this is all about that. Making sure that we stay detached, understanding we might need some separation and some space till the waters cool down and aren't boiling as much. That is the goal whenever we have the emotional waters bubbling and boiling. We want to do something to cool them down. Put some ice in that water, relax, detach, get some music, do whatever you got to do. Just understand you're staying focused. And if you get hurt, if there's an emotional wound, if somebody says something about you, if somebody says you can't do that at home or it pertains to mom and you shouldn't do that, just understand this is the energy of the time. Step back, let it happen, detach as much as you can, wait to communicate until the energies are not on 10, because when Mars talks and communicates, it can be hurtful. Remember, Mars has knives, one in each hand. And Mars transiting through your 4th house means you're going to be feeling very empowered at home. It is a time where you're going to want to be moving things around. You're going to want to be very physical, working out at home even. Like this is that energy. This is all about, I got to do something. Find a way to be creative. Do something physical. Create a workout space in your home. Do something to channel that energy in a productive, healthy way. Number 3, or are we on number 2? Number 2, Pluto. Pluto is going to stand still right after the full moon. Pluto represents power. Pluto represents your soul's energy. It's your soul's goals for this lifetime. Is the life of the soul. So it has this soul memory, cellular memory, SOULULAR, cellular power, cellular energy. So it also carries with it fear because it's got the memory from past experiences, and they're buried very deep. Some say it's past lifetimes. If you don't like that, again, past experiences can be from childhood, and they're so deep you don't recall them. They're in your subconscious. That's Pluto, subconscious. Behind the scenes, buried deep below the surface, Pluto power. When Pluto stands still, you can expect things like that I just talked about, the power, the fear. You can expect those to elevate. They become stronger because Pluto is standing perfectly still. This happens 2 days after the full moon, which is why the full moon will be powerful, even more powerful. Pluto is in Capricorn. Capricorn energy is 90 degrees away from Aries energy. Mars is in Aries, in your 4th house, which is at home. Okay? Pluto's over here in Capricorn on your ascendant. So there is stress and tension between home and who you are, who you appear to be in this world. Stuff going on at home that's causing stress. Now that also means that up there at the midheaven could be in the job too, that there could be stress, because that creates a big T-square in a chart. Something's here, and then something's over here. That's the T-square angle. And it becomes difficult when that happens. But because Pluto is standing still, and it slows down like at a snail's pace before the 3rd, that's when it stands direct, it will affect the power of the full moon. But it'll be squaring the Mars energy. Yeah, it's compounded energy. It's Mars squaring Pluto, Chiron and the moon together, and at the opposite, there's the sun. So it all has to do with me and relationships, significant one-on-one relationships. And this is those significant professional one-on-one relationships. Number one is Mercury. Mercury was at a critical degree in Libra energy. Mercury is talking, thinking, speaking, relating, and communicating. This was in your 10th house, your highest hopes, goals, and ambitions, your career, your professional life. Then it moves into Scorpio energy. When Mercury moves into Scorpio, is in your 11th house. So this becomes my communications with my group energy. And your 11th house represents your friends. So it's communication with friends. Behind the scenes communication with friends. Mercury goes through a retrograde this month. And I'm going to do a separate video just about the Mercury retrograde so that we can all better understand how to expect this. But by listening to this video, you're getting this golden nugget, which is Mercury is retrograding through your house of friendships. And then it's going to go back into your 10th house. It's going to go back into the Libran energy. It's going to go from my friendships to my significant one-on-one relationships. But when it goes into that friendship energy, it's your deeply bonded friendships within your groups. It's not everybody in the group, but it's the people in the group that you're really bonded to. What Mercury is going to do when it goes through a retrograde, there's going to be some behind the scenes communications that have gone on, that will be going on, that have already actually gone on. You're going to find out about them. You're going to be finding out about the behind the scenes communications that had to do with your friends. And it's people that you were really bonded to, people you were in a committed, in a certain way, a partnership. It could be a business partnership. It could be a marriage partnership. It could just be someone you're extremely close to, that you're willing to compromise for in some shape or way. And that's what you're going to find out. But that's not going to be until November. You're not going to know, you're not going to get the truth, because there's going to be a whole bunch of behind the scenes talk going on. You're not going to get to the truth of it until November. And like I said, I'm going to do a separate video for that. But just understanding all that will help you to go forward intelligently. Take this information and understand that you're going to be going through a lot of transformative changes, that we as a whole, as a unit, as a group, everybody's going to be going through this, not just you. And they're all going through the same energies I just talked about in their life, but in a different area of their life. So this is a time where we just have to step back and be like, okay, I can't do this within this time frame, because they can't do this within this time frame. We are asked to show levels of mastery. We are asked to be able to shine a light within a time when there doesn't seem to be a lot of light. There's going to be a time where we're told no, where we're told you can't do this, or the light's been turned off. And we have to learn to go within and to generate our own light. Be your own light.